Hello, my name is Sharon and I'm really happy to have you with me as I continue making my prayer Bible. In the background you can hear the toes of my dog and a budgie. You will see previous videos where I don't have any sound at all because my house is so noisy. I don't know if anybody else has the same issues, but I have a few minutes peace apart from the animals. But here we are. I love them, it's fine, and hopefully you don't mind them either. So I'm going to be looking at promises today in my study time, and I love that I can be studying and creating at the same time with this. So promises, I've chosen this for my tab paper, and this is from this. I got this at The Works near London, Paper Addicts, and it's lots of different coloured papers. This is a festive one, and I just sort of hunting for something original and, you know, nice for the tabs, and I picked this one because I also don't like this side. I don't like this at all. I hate that Xmas word. Put Christ back in Christmas, please. But I do like this side, so that's great. And what I'll do first is I'm going to cut a strip off of it. Just using a scalpel. Probably need to change that blade. That's one side. To cut the tabs, I have this, I think it's from Memory Makers. We Are Memory Makers, I think. But it's a tab cutter. So I'm going to cut the shape that, I mean, this is really too big. I'm going to look at some point to see if they do smaller size tabs. I'm sure they must. So I'll show you in a second why this is going to be far too big. It's probably a lot more effort than I need to be putting into making a tab, but I just love the end result. Let's put the top back on that before I hurt myself. So here we have the Bible, and as you can see, these tabs are very small. So what I've done is I've cut this into, I think there's around 4 in there, 3 or 4, and just cut them to size. And for these ones that I've made, and for the ones that I've made, I've just used a bit of tape to stick it in. So let's go ahead and start cutting to size. So cut this off, cut this down to about here, and then we have the side we want. Do comment below if you know of an easier way to do this. Although I really don't mind it, because I think a lot of the time while I'm creating like this, I'm thinking, I'm praying, I'm thinking of the next thing, you know, that I want to be saying to God. You can't see, but on my screen in front of me, I've got another computer in front of me. I have I wonder what the dog's crying about. God's promises verses. So I've just put it into a search engine to look up God's promises, and I love it because it just reminds me that God has made me all of these promises, and he keeps his promises. It may not be in the timing that I want it to be, but he's definitely going to keep his promises to me. So, yeah. So that's a couple. I'll do the first one. So I have a little bit of the tab there. God's promises. Ooh, a bit fiddly because they're so small. Really like that. Let's look it up, shall we? Let's read these up. So, he gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. I love that. Let's find Isaiah then. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Isaiah 40. Isaiah 40:29. Let's read more. Why do you say, O Jacob, and complain, O Israel? My way is hidden from the Lord. My cause is disregarded by my God. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Oh, that is amazing. What a promise. I love this whole verse. Actually, this is one of my favourite passages of the Bible. It is so encouraging, and it just reminds me that if I keep my hope in the Lord, he will give me the strength to overcome. So what I'm doing is this whole thing. So I'm going to start on this page actually, and not just take that little snippet from the search engine search. Let's put this tab in and just tidy it up a bit. Do any of you end up with bits of glue and tape stuck to your fingers? I find myself sometimes, I know, at a store and searching in my purse for something, and my fingers just felt a bit odd all morning, and then when I look, it's because I've still got a piece of sellotape stuck to it. But here we are. In doing your prayer Bible, prayer journal, have you found that you've had the idea, but it's taking you a lot longer than you thought it would to complete? And I think this is because for me, I think this is because I've realised that this isn't just a creative project. This is going to be like a way of life for me. Praying and using my Bible a bit more to pray. Having the confidence to search for something and knowing that I can find it. I mean, we know we can use a search engine, we can use our laptops to find stuff these days, and it's all quick and immediate, isn't it? But isn't it just lovely to have God's word in your hand and just be looking through it and stumble on something that he has marked out that's for you? That's my feeling anyway, and that's why I'm loving doing this. I'm going to continue with God's promises. My next video will hopefully be on another one of these topics, and hopefully we can do that together too. Yeah, let me know what you think and how you're finding your verses, and maybe what verses stand out more to you or mean more to you. God's promises, I think, is going to be a really important one for me in reminding myself that he is an awesome God. And oh my goodness, this is it, isn't it? Like, he gives strength to the weary, he increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Lots of love. See you soon.